You ever have one of those neighbors who thinks they own the whole block? I'm talking about the kind who marches up to your door, clipboard in hand, ready to tell you your life's work is against the rules. That was Ellen Harper, president of our Sunnyvale Pines HOA. The day she decided my backyard vineyard me pride and joy was a problem that needed to go. But let me tell you, she had no clue what she was starting, because that one move, that smug little notice she slid under my door, set off a chain reaction that'd bring her whole world crashing down. It all kicked off 3 weeks earlier, a crisp September morning, the kind where the air smells like fall and the grapes are just begging to be picked. I'm out back, checking the vines Cabernet Sauvignon, planted with my dad 15 years ago when I bought this place on Orchard Drive. Those vines, they're more than just plants. They're memories, late nights with Dad talking about life, his hands in the dirt, teaching me how to coax sweetness from the earth. So when I see Ellen storming across my lawn, her heels sinking into the grass, clutching a folder like it's the Declaration of Independence, I know trouble's coming. She doesn't knock, just jabs the doorbell like it owes her money. When I open the door, her smile so fake it could star in a toothpaste ad. "Morning, Matt," she says, all syrupy. "We've got a little issue with your agricultural hobby." She hands me this official-looking letter, Sunnyvale Pines HOA letterhead, all fancy with a seal like they're running a small country. The words hit me like a punch. My vineyard's an unauthorized agricultural operation, a violation of their shiny new community aesthetic standards. I've got 30 days to rip it out or face daily fines. I look up at her, standing there with her perfect blonde bob, waiting for me to crumble. "Ellen," I say, leaning against the doorframe, trying to keep my cool. "These vines were here before your McMansion went up. You really think I'm going to tear them out because you don't like the vibe?" Her smile tightens, eyes going cold. "The board's voted, Matt. New rules. Agriculture's commercial, and that's a no-go in a residential zone. You'll comply, or we'll hit you with fines, liens, whatever it takes." She pauses, letting that sink in. "I'd hate to see you lose this place over some grapes." I feel something shift in me. This quiet anger I haven't felt in years, not since I left my old job doing risk analysis for a firm nobody's ever heard of. "Ellen," I say, locking eyes with her, "you don't know me as well as you think you do." Her face flickers surprise, maybe irritation, but she just turns on her heel and struts back to her BMW, leaving me with that damn letter and a vineyard full of memories I'm not about to let her touch. A week later, the first fine shows up, $100 a day for noncompliance. I find it slipped under my door like a coward's calling card. I'm sipping coffee, staring at it, when my neighbor Sam knocks. Sam's a good guy, runs a tech startup, always got his kid's soccer gear in his car. He looks nervous, like he's delivering bad news. "Matt, Ellen's been going door to door, saying your vineyard's tanking our property values, attracting pests, you name it." I raise an eyebrow. "And what's the neighborhood saying?" He shifts, uneasy. "Most folks think it's nonsense. Your place is gorgeous, man. But Ellen's got him spooked about fines, lawsuits. She's saying if they don't back her, their own homes could be next." I nod, sipping my coffee, pieces starting to click. This isn't just about grapes. This feels personal, like Ellen's got a vendetta or a plan. I start digging. Public records are a gold mine if you know where to look, and I've got a knack for it from my old job. Turns out, Sunnyvale Pines has been funneling money to a company called Horizon Solutions, big payments, tens of thousands, for consulting and landscaping. Horizon's owned by a guy named Derek Walsh, who also happens to run a string of landscaping businesses across the county. Suspicious? Yeah. Then I pull the HOA meeting minutes required to be public, though Ellen probably didn't expect anyone to read them. Over the last 6 months, there's talk of beautification projects, aesthetic upgrades, and here's the kicker: a new rule targeting non-conforming agricultural elements. It's like they wrote it just for me. Then I get a call from a number I don't know. "Mr. Carter? Detective Lisa Monroe, County Sheriff's Office. Can we meet somewhere private?" My heart skips, but I keep my voice steady. "Sure, Detective. Starbucks on Maple work for you." The next morning, I'm sitting across from Lisa, a sharp woman in her 40s with eyes that don't miss a thing. She slides a folder across the table. "This stays here, Matt, but you need to see what you're up against." Inside are bank statements, wire transfers, proof Ellen's been skimming HOA funds hundreds of thousands through fake contracts with Horizon. But it's bigger than that. Horizon's tied to a developer, Crestview Properties, buying up land for luxury condos. And guess what? My property's smack in the middle of their next big project. Ellen's not just a control freak. She's a cog in a machine trying to force me out for pennies on the dollar. Lisa leans in, voice low. Matt, you're not just a homeowner, are you? The way you're handling this, it's methodical. I shrug, giving her the half-truth I've practiced. I used to do risk analysis. I'm good at spotting patterns. She nods, but I can tell she's not buying it completely. She needs my help, though someone on the inside to document Ellen's moves, maybe record her slipping up. I agree, because at this point, it's not just about my vineyard, it's about stopping her from screwing over everyone in Sunnyvale Pines. Things escalate fast. I notice a tiny camera on my fence post, pointed at my gate. Ellen's watching me now, probably hoping to catch me slipping so she can justify more fines. Jokes on her, IVE got better tech than she does, stuff I kept from my old job. I'm building a file. Every payment, every shady meeting minute, every time Ellen's BMW lingers too long outside my house. Then comes the community meeting, and let me tell you, it's a circus. 80 people crammed into a room built for half that, all buzzing about Ellen's enforcement actions. She's up there at the podium, navy blazer crisp, acting like she's saving the neighborhood from my grapes. Agricultural operations pose liability risks, she says, staring right at me. We're protecting your property values. Mrs. Kim, this sweet older lady from down the street, stands up. Ellen, Matt's vineyard's been here forever. Why is it a problem now? Ellen fumbles, muttering about state regulations, but she's got nothing when Sam presses her for specifics. That's when I stand, folder in hand, and drop the bomb. Ellen, I've been looking at the HOA's books. Care to explain the $15,000 to Horizon Solutions for consulting with no reports? Or the $40,000 to Derek Walsh's landscaping companies for work nobody's seen? The room goes quiet, then erupts. Ellen's gripping the podium like it's her lifeline, her face red as she snaps. This isn't the place for baseless accusations. But it's too late. Sam's streaming it live to the neighborhood group, and people are calling for an audit, emergency elections, the works. Ellen slams her gavel, storms out, but not before hissing at me. You're gonna regret this, Matt. 3 days later, I'm up at dawn, coffee in hand, when my phone rings. It's a guy named Deputy Director Hayes, voiced like he's used to giving orders. Agent Carter, we need you at the field office. Now. Yeah, I've been holding out on you. I'm not just a guy with a vineyard, I am FBI, working undercover for 6 months to nail Ellen's network. She's filed a police report claiming I threatened her at the meeting, even petitioned for a restraining order. Hayes is almost amused. She's lying, and we've got 80 witnesses plus a live stream to prove it. She's desperate, Matt, and desperate people do stupid things. I'm driving back, thinking she's planning something worse than fines, when Sam calls, voice shaking. Matt, Ellen's at your house with some guy, messing with your door. My blood runs cold. I tell Sam to get to Mrs. Kim's, lock the doors, and call 911. I grab my badge and Glock stuff I haven't touched since going undercover and race home. My radio's buzzing with FBI chatter, SWAT's 5 minutes out, but I'm there first. Ellen's white BMW's in my driveway, next to a black truck. 2 guys are at my door, one drilling the lock, the other keeping watch. Ellen's inside, barking orders. Find his files. He's got something on us. I step onto the porch, badge out, voice steady. Federal agent. Drop the tools and get out of my house. Ellen appears, hair a mess, holding a revolver with a grip so shaky I'm more worried she'll shoot by accident. You couldn't leave it alone, could you? She screams. Years of work, ruined because of your stupid grapes. Sirens are closing in, and I see the panic in her eyes. Ellen, put the gun down. You're done. Her face crumples when I flash my badge. Special Agent Matt Carter, FBI. You're under arrest, money laundering, fraud, conspiracy, and now breaking and entering. The gun hits the deck as SWAT rolls up, black SUVs flooding my street like it's a movie set. Ellen and her goons are cuffed, and the neighbors are out. Phones up, filming the fall of Sunnyvale Pines Queen. 3 months later, I'm back in my vineyard, papers spread across my kitchen table. Headlines scream, HOA president gets 18 years for fraud. Ellen's network tied to Crestview Properties stole $15 million in property value across 3 counties. using HOAs to bully homeowners into selling cheap. She flipped, gave up her bosses for a lighter sentence. Sam's our new HOA president, Mrs. Kim's secretary, and we've got a new rule protecting backyard gardens, vineyards, whatever makes a home. The feds recovered $12 million, enough to fix up the community center, add a playground, even start a legal fund for anyone facing HOA nonsense. I'm out among the vines, grapes heavy, ready for harvest. They're more than fruity, my dad's laugh, his stories, our roots in this soil. Ellen thought she could rip that away, but she didn't know who she was messing with. My phone buzzes Hayes again, offering a new case in Seattle, another shady developer. I look at my vines, the neighborhood kids playing, free from Ellen's ring. I type back, send the file. There's always another bully out there, thinking they can push people around. But sometimes, the quiet guy with the vineyard's got a badge and a plan. Have you ever dealt with someone like Ellen, some petty tyrant trying to control your life? Drop it in the comments, I want to hear your stories. Was it an HOA, a boss, a neighbor? How'd you fight back? Hit that like button if you love seeing justice served, and subscribe for more stories where the little guy wins. Because trust me, karma's got a way of finding the ones who deserve it.